Brought to you by Poderation, podcast for nerds. Ooh, natural 20.
Auto insurance can all seem the same until it comes time to use it. So don't get stuck paying more for less coverage. Switch to USAA Auto Insurance and you could start saving money in no time. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
Hello, listeners. Just want to put a quick disclaimer up here at the top. We had a small issue with Jamie's mic input for this episode, and it persists into the next episode. I've done the best that I can to try and fix it so that you can hear it. But unfortunately, it's just one of those technical things that happens. Thank you so much for understanding. And it's something that we have fixed in the future. So appreciate you bearing with these small mic issues. And now let's get into the episode. Hello and welcome to Respect the Crit. I'm your host, Ian Duncan. My pronouns are he, him, any, and I am playing Yasher Angle, the occult enthusiast and bibliophile. And here to play along with me, please welcome Jamie Lee Bonez.
Hello, I am Jamie Bonez, she, her, and I will be playing Maybelle McIntyre, the Southern Belle and parapsychologist. Also she, her.
Please, darling, tell us what you found on our table, on our Foundry virtual table. We need an update.
I found these two sticks. I found these two sticks. See? It's really hard to keep this up. Yeah. We found some drawings on our character notepads. First, we found these sticks, and then I think it was Xavier found like a skull over my character's face. I don't know what the other picture is, though. Mm-hmm. We're all figuring out the mystery now. It's unfolding before your ears.
Yeah, and literally, yeah, like we're seeing this stuff happen in real time. And Susan has her poker face on, but she's, I think, uploading PNGs as we speak.
Yeah, my poker face, Ian, means a big old smile.
Yeah, huge grin, ear to ear.
Just happy.
And grinning from ear to ear with us, please welcome Xavier Trudeau-Duchesne.
Hello, I'm Xavier, and I my pronouns are he, him, and I play Aline Lévesque, the photographer. Her pronouns are she, her, and she's here to deliver us a letter. I'll get there.
Yeah, you're still doing the rhyming bit, and I really respect that. I really respect that hard.
So it's a commitment, you know.
Yeah. That's all it takes, you know. It's just commitment and delivery, and then say whatever you want.
One more rhyme each episode.
Yeah. And again, she is going to be rhyming for all of us. And you can tell by her face that she enjoys it so much. Please welcome Karen Huseman.
Hi, I'm Karen, and I will be playing Melody Thompson, she, her. Not going to be rhyming, but I am, like, guys, I'm really starting to miss Uncle Ed. Like... We saw a picture of him last time, and, you know, just got her all in the feels, you know?
I've got some questions. I feel you, Karen, and I've got some questions for Susan about Uncle Ed that I'm sure we'll have to get into at the end of all of this. But I want to know. I want to know what's up. And he always knows what's up. Please welcome Zach Clark.
What's up? My name is Zach, and I play Raz McClay. I'm just kidding. It's a callback to when Zeke brain diddled me. Happy to be here.
That was clever. You had me.
Too.
Yeah, I gotta admit, you had me at the first part.
I was about to jump in.
Yeah. And she's got the first part, the middle part, and the last part. It is our keeper of arcane lore. Please welcome Susan Spinator.
Hi, I'm Susan. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing the shattered fragments of all your hopes and dreams, your nightmares, your wants, your desires, all clashing together in a cacophony of dissonance.
Oh, just that?
Yeah.
Casually.
It's just so casual.
You know, how you do.
Yeah. No, I know how we do. In your game, I'm getting used to it. Susan, now that we've got you and we know that you've been putting stuff on this table, is there anything for the listeners that you can draw attention to?
There is one clue. This is going to be for you guys, but also when I post this landing page, there's one clue on here that no one has found.
Oh.
Ooh, a freebie.
Oh, God, why'd you gotta say that?
One clue that we still haven't found, and we found quite a few. Oh,
This is much worse now that I know that there's one.
I know. I was just thinking this is going to drive Xavier crazy the whole night.
I know some are thinkers, you know. Some of you have to do a combination of clicks.
Yeah, so there's one major clue, I should say. There's like minor ones that are just for funsies, but there's one major one.
Okay.
One major clue. Is it obvious? Is that the thing you said was obvious we were missing earlier?
It can't be obvious. We've been staring at this thing for how many months now, and we still haven't found it.
We found the 2 sticks. Give it up.
Yeah. We found the sticks.
Wait, is it like interactive or is it like a zoom in and zoom out kind of deal?
It's something that isn't the way it should be.
Oh, God.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
There's a lot. Okay,
I'm
there is a
looking at my
lot.
keyboard.
Literally
It's not the keyboard, you guys.
Okay.
All right,
Okay,
we're
good.
going to be puzzling about this, but we are going. Well, we're gonna find this out, and we're gonna uncover these clues. Just you watch, Susan. Just you watch as we jump into this loop of madness. So please take us away into these strange aeons.
The scene fades in with a tight shot on Raz's face. Beads of sweat forming on his brow despite the crisp midday air. His chest rises and falls heavily, breath labored, the frantic pounding of his heart almost audible beneath it. The camera shakes slightly, mimicking the adrenaline that's still coursing through his veins. A sudden cut pulls back to reveal the Tommy gun in his hands, the barrel still smoking faintly from recent use. The weight of it feels heavier than it should, not just in his hands, but in his mind. His fingers tremble slightly as they clutch the grip, knuckles white, tension radiating through his entire frame. Another quick cut zooms out, showing Raz standing at the mouth of a narrow alleyway, the bright festival streets of Whimsybrook just ahead of him. Colorful banners sway overhead, laughter echoes in the distance, vendors call out their wares. The world beyond the alley is cheerful, normal, completely unaware of whatever just happened in the shadows behind him. But Raz isn't stepping forward. He's staring back. The camera slowly shifts over his shoulder, showing his gaze into the alley. His breath hitches. There, standing tall but utterly ruined, is an ornate, shattered mirror. Its once polished frame now riddled with bullet holes, the glass reduced to jagged shards scattered across the ground. The silence is deafening. The fragments catch the light, glinting like 1,000 broken trees, each piece reflecting some distorted, impossible angle of the alley. No blood. No body, no sign of struggle, just the ruined mirror. Raz's grip tightens on the Tommy gun. Why was he running? His lungs are still burned from the exertion, but he doesn't remember fleeing. His fingers ache as if they squeeze the trigger again and again and again. But what was he shooting? The camera lingers on his face, flickering between confusion, unease, and something deeper, something primal, instinctual. And then it cuts to the mirror. For the briefest second, one sliver of broken glass still holds an unshattered reflection on its frame. A reflection of Raz. But he isn't moving. Then it fractures and falls into the pile of glass below. The camera swings back to Raz.
Raz takes a step back from when he looked inside the still image reflection of himself and it was falling down. Did it mimic him, or was it its own entity looking back at him?
It wasn't you because you moved when you saw it. You were looking at it. It was completely still. Almost like a photograph.
Raz will kind of say under his breath, almost out of instinct, "Hey, that's not right." He'll back up away from the alley. He'll look up at the bright festival lights. Too damn bright for some reason. Like he's been on a bender. Like he let himself go again in that way he promised he wouldn't. So he'll back up. Try to recall. Just yell out, "Yeah, sure. Mabel." Oh. And he'll try to run back. He'll tuck his Tommy gun, hands shaking. Does he have his case with him or just the gun?
So you do not have the case with you. But if you look for it, you will see it down the street a bit.
Raz will run to it like it's an oasis. And he needs water. He'll just run towards his case. Something he remembers, something that feels safe. And when he gets there, he'll almost, when he was young, he's having these physical flashbacks of being a stupid young youth. The cops are coming. It's over if he gets caught. So his hands are shaking. He feels like there's something after him. He's just gonna slam his case shut and run towards wherever the last place he can remember. If he could just remember.
It comes back to you as you're struggling to remember the last thing. And you remember going to the clinic. You remember getting cured. You remember Melody mentioning something about something. You stepped out onto the street. Why did you separate from the rest of your group again? What happened? But you remember splitting. And that's the last time.
Raz will his heart will sink a little bit because he doesn't exactly remember where to go. There's no meet-up spot. But then he'll say to himself, "They're with the kid. She knows what to do. She's tough. I gotta find somebody." And he'll try to run to the clinic. Just try his luck there.
Okay. You enter the clinic. There's the ting ting of the bell of the door, and Issa looks up from a table or from her desk. Oh, you're back. Are you feeling unwell? Any adverse side effects?
Do you, by chance, have anything for a headache? Splitting right now.
Oh, yes, of course. I have a tonic right here. Sorry, I was laughing because I was thinking about 1920s, and it was probably just cocaine.
Good stuff. Just right to it.
And?
Like cocaine or morphine or whatever. But yeah, she'll give you a little bottle of something. Yeah, this should help, and it shouldn't interact with what I gave you earlier. For your size, this should be the right amount. It's like a small bottle.
Much appreciated, Doc. You haven't seen anybody that I roll with, have you?
Your friends when you were just in here? About 20 minutes ago?
Raz will rub his temples. Bad headache, remember it. It's been a long night that just started.
Oh, all right. Well, yes, your group stepped out, and you went north, and they went south.
That way, right. It's all coming back to me. You're an angel, miss. I appreciate it. Okay. And that was just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, about 20. And she looks up to the clock, and it's like 8:40, about 20 minutes.
More scratching in his head. Just it doesn't feel right.
Maybe you should sit down. I think maybe you're having side effects to the antidote I gave you earlier.
I appreciate it, Doc, but I really have to go find my friends. I think it's an emergency. I think, but I don't feel like it's a safe time right now. So you be safe, Doc, and I will be back with the tab tomorrow. He will look around first to see if there's anybody following him, then go in the opposite direction where his friends are.
Okay, I'll roll a spot hidden.
Okay. Oof.
So looking around, your head pounds, and it just makes, every time you look towards the light, it gets a little worse. It's like one of those migraines. So you're like squinting and looking around, and it's hard to look out the window. But you don't see anybody, just like standing at the window, staring at you.
As Raz is walking, he's going to check himself. Is there any signs of like a fight or blood on him or anything like that?
Not obvious signs of a fight, but as before, you could tell that you use the gun, because using a gun, it like pushes on your arm and makes you like you have to be steady while doing it. So you could tell that like you used your gun.
There are obviously shells missing. Gun was hot. It's very concerning because the gun went off, but he doesn't remember what the target was or what happened. Just the mess of the mirror and the still image. The mirror fell. So he'll keep brisking through the street, kind of not his usual stealthy self, bumping into innocent citizens, just random people, trying to walk through the crowd, not really going straight, kind of almost like inebriated, but with a strong purpose.
Let's cut to the rest of the party. You guys broke into Lunar Labyrinth Antiques.
I got it, and I got this mask. Do you think I should put it on?
I mean, you can try, I don't think. I mean, whose mask is this?
I think that it's Betty's. That'd be my guess.
Well, maybe that saves us the trouble of crafting one mask.
That's what I was thinking. We have one. Maybe instead of making them, we can just steal them.
That's a new, yeah, sure.
You don't think they might recognize those masks, though? If somebody made it, they'd be like, hey, wait a minute, that's my mask there. What you doing with that? That's very pretty.
It is a nice mask. And I'll be honest, I didn't think that far.
Did you get your book? That's what you came for, right?
I did. I got the book. Okay. Yes. Here, and he like hands the mask to you, like puts it in your hand,
fumbles it, yeah.
Like opens the book to the page that we were missing, and just sort of like, in front of, so that everyone can see it, everyone can read it, but mostly so that Melody can read it. What does it say? What have we missed? What do we need?
If you would like to read it, that would be a Cthulhu mythos.
Sure.
Just read it.
Out loud. What could possibly go wrong?
In Cthulian, yeah. Yeah, no.
Oh
no.
Boy. What's that look looking at like though? Or you could push it. You push
could
that.
push it.
Can use 40 luck points.
Ooh, but if I fail,
yeah,
it's a Cthulhu mythos.
Yeah. That might be a big deal.
Look at Susan's face right now. She really wants me to push it.
Come join me on the madness side. It's nice out here.
Let's do it. I'm gonna
God.
push it.
Oh my God. Let's go. You got this, though. You got this.
Nope.
Oh, it's worse.
How crazy am I, Susan?
Oh no.
Listen, we were pressed for time.
Gotta get out the book.
Susan.
Susan's sickened by her own enjoyment of this moment.
Yeah, a little bit. So, looking at the second page. So, the first page, you know that there was reference to a cycle of shadows. And there was some reference to the ceremonial knife that Yasher has that he's shown you that has some significance in the cycle of shadows, whatever that is. But the actual ritual was on this page that you are looking at now. It's been a crazy couple of days, and you don't have Uncle Ed to guide you. So you do something that you don't usually do. You start to mumble it.
Oh, no.
Because you're trying to sound out the words.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Because, like, sometimes you just have to, like... Whenever
you just gotta work it out.
We all have had this. Epitome. When I read it out loud, epitome. You're like, oh, is that... So you're like... gotta
Chameleon.
Where the hell is Uncle Ed?
Facade, facade, like, what?
What'd you call me?
I'm not even going to address that. But Melody starts mumbling because you're like, okay, this is, okay. You're a little uncertain. You're on the shaky ground. Your guide, your trusted guide, who's always with you, isn't there. So you start mumbling, which invokes. You start to feel a power shift, but you can't stop because the words are being ripped out of you as your mumbling turns into certainty and the words spill forth from your mouth. Words that none of you understand.
Melody? Are you okay, hon?
And it ends in a Melody speaking in a loud voice.
Well, I shut the book. For all the good that's going to do.
Hey, Melody, maybe don't attract too much attention now that we've broken the window and stolen the book from here. Just keep it quiet, please.
Melody, could you roll a sanity for me?
Sure.
Oh, 69!
Nice, though. I mean, it's a failure, but
yeah. It's a nice failure.
Fail. That's the way to go.
Nice.
Melody, your eyes look strange. Pupils all dilated.
Give her beans, stat.
Well, first, because you failed your sanity, could you roll me a 1d8? Okay, not too bad. You lost 2 points of sanity.
Okay.
It's not terrible. Just ask Xavier.
Hey, you'll just sleep it off.
And then could you roll me d20? Before you start this, what was on Melody's mind? Like, what would you say, like, was at the forefront of her thoughts?
Like before she started reading the book?
Yeah, what was Melody thinking about?
I mean, I think that at this point, like, she is trying to think of things that, like, maybe only she could do to help, like, further their agenda. So, like, thinking about, like, I mean, obviously thinking about the ritual with the dagger or whatever, but also, like, thinking about ways that she can reconnect with Uncle Ed and, like, really just frustrated with, like, their lack of progress. And so I think that might lead her into making, like, a mistake, like starting to do the mumbling. Like, okay, like, I am, like, throwing a Hail Mary here. Like, it's so frustrated. Like, really want to get this ball going because I do not want to start another day.
First off, though, you lose 5 magic points.
That's a lot of magic points. Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Melody's eyes start to look weird as she's saying this, and the words are coming out of her clearly involuntarily, and she's getting louder as she's saying it, and she ends with a commanding voice that echoes through all of you in a way where you feel the reverberation. It's like you're sitting next to a speaker and you can feel the bass. That's how it feels when Melody finishes the final word. And her eyes do get this, like, green sheen to them. In which you guys did say you were looking at her eyes, like, your eyes look weird because then there's like this sheen. It's almost like a it like oil on water, you know how it's in a certain way, you could see it. And then Melody yourself, you feel that you have cast a spell. You don't do this often because it's very dangerous to cast spells. You know this, having experienced consequences of it, or Uncle Ed telling you consequences of it. But this spell is ripped forth from you before you could stop it, and you feel it as if breath is being taken out of you. You feel something pulled. But then you hear in your mind, as if from a great distance and very echoey, Mel? Mel, can you hear me? And you recognize the voice of Uncle Ed.
And she's gonna when she feels that power leave her, she's gonna be like, oh no, what did I do? And then she hears a voice and she's like, wait, can any, like, looking around at you guys, like seeing if you're reacting to the voice, and then like she'll just like kind of whisper like, Uncle Ed?
Oh, thank the stars, Mel. I don't know what you did, and I'll yell at you later for it. Don't do it again. Call me in the way you call other ghosts. I have so much to tell you. Your power, you don't have enough to sustain this without your life being taken. But call me in the way you know how. Call the spirits. I'll come.
She's okay. With the crystals, right? That's what you're asking?
Yes, near the water.
Okay. We'll get right on it.
And then you hear shattering and a loud bing that gets louder and louder until your ears are ringing and you have to hold your ears. And the connection is gone, and you know that Uncle Ed is no longer there.
It was good to talk to him for a minute. This book is Yasher's still holding it, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna snatch it and be like, all right, we need to go. We need to talk to Uncle Ed. We need to go.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
She's walking down the street. She's already gone.
Well, what about Raz?
She's waving the book behind, like, let's go.
Raz will find us. Raz always finds us.
He always finds his way.
He does. He does do that. He actually does do that.
Zach, can you roll me a luck?
You got it.
Our lucky Raz McClay.
Oh,
my God.
Very lucky Raz.
Yes,
McClay.
there he is.
Oh, shit.
Always finds a way.
Yeah.
As you say, Raz always finds us. He's like, right there.
Turn the corner. Boom. Hey.
See?
The first thing you just hear this, like, it's almost like throughout the noise of the crowd, you just hear this mumbling that just hits your ear. Like, you just know it's Raz. He's just wandering the streets like a mummy, just like, I gotta find him.
All right, Raz, let's go. Now we're following Melody. Come.
Sorry, kid. I'm a little screwed up here. I got something happened to my brain.
Raz, you're this is fun. I can't wait. Come with us. We'll help you sort. We'll talk you through it.
Have you had any cocaine? That usually helps.
No, just one of those potions from Doc.
Oh, okay. So you have. Okay, good.
So, where's Melody heading?
I mean, Melanie needs to get her supplies, which are back at the inn. Mm-hmm. But I'm wondering if she's thinking, like, is our room big enough to, like, accommodate all of us and also set up for the ritual? So, like, actually, she's gonna, like, halfway to the inn and then, like, turn to Mabel and be like, Do you think we could use like the yoga studio? Do you think your boyfriend there will be okay if we just like borrow the space?
I mean, we haven't had any interaction this go round, but I suppose I could work my charms. And she's gonna tuft her hair to the side and sort of like fix her dress. Like, well, if I must oblige.
You don't got much time. It's already night.
We don't need you to distract him fully. Just get us in the door.
I mean, he may not be there. He might be at the festival. So the yoga studio might be opened up. We can go and chat.
I can smash a window again.
You're liking that part. I'm noticing that you are liking the smashy bits.
I'm really feeling it, and it does make a very nice noise.
Mabel, it comes back to you that in the long time you spent courting Ojas, yes, he would not be in the studio at this point. You would plan out your days to catch him at certain moments during the day. Sometimes you catch him at the Sunrise Salute. Sometimes you knew that he'd be at the Artist Alley, and then he would go to the Enchanted Market, and then he would go to... So
Gotcha,
you know that
gotcha. It's sounding a little creepier than I had planned it in my head, but I was picturing more like 50 First Dates-ish, but it's okay. It's cool. I mean,
50 First Dates is a little creepy when you think about
It's
it.
true.
Him running into her.
I think it sounds very romantic still.
It was very romantic. Your love was a passionate flame.
So yeah, we can check the yoga studio.
So we'll like pit stop at the inn, pick up Melody's bag.
500 crystals.
I think just like 10 or something like that. I don't remember.
Mechanically, you know that this would cost you 1d3 sanity points to cast, 3 magic points, and you could view up to 1d3 ghosts.
Oh.
Bring back Unc and his gang.
Unc and 2 of his friends.
Okay, so you head back to Whispering Teapot Inn. There's been a bit of a commotion there. You'll see a red-haired gentleman running from Whispering Teapot to the town square as you pass. It seems like there's people milling about outside the Whispering Teapot Inn. You wanna... Something happened.
Well, hold on. Flashback to like one of the
know that guy?
earlier
Yeah.
sessions. Red-haired guy running about after some commotion. Going through our character files or like our past experiences. Is this red-haired guy someone we've met or that we know by now?
Mabel would know them. That is Walter Smith, Iris Smith's husband.
There he is.
Co-owner of Whimsy Brook Supply Co. And Silas's father.
Mabel, who's this? Do you know this man?
Well, I don't know how I would know he has a large burn scar across his abdomen, but he does.
You've learned a lot.
I guess so.
It wasn't just Oja.
I was like, how the frick?
In one iteration, there was a fire or something, and his shirt had to come off in like an action movie, you know.
Got it.
Oh,
You
he's
know-
pretty dashing.
I know that Silas is dad, but I don't know a ton about him. I pretty much ruled him out for the cult, though. I do not think he is part of the shenanigans happening in town.
This is the second time I've seen him run away from a commotion early in the day.
Oh, shucks, really?
Melody, go get everything you need. You know what? I might just bump into you all again, so do what you have to do. And if anything, I can document what happens and tell you tomorrow morning.
You don't want to see an actual ghost?
I already have a picture of him. You tell me all about it, yeah, sure. I don't want... I mean, now that I know it's Silas's dad, I just need to know. The journalist in me is operating.
I understand. I'll try and take copious notes.
Hey, kid. A chunk of my brain may be missing, but I'll never forget. We can always trust. You're not going naked, are you?
I guess today I don't have the gun. She'll just like open, extend her hand, waiting for the gun.
Money, please.
Let's see what's in old St. Nick's bag. Ooh. He is going to open up his case like it's a big old red sack, and he'll pop it open and pull out his .45 revolver, and he'll say, "It's your time, kid. Do what you got to do. Roll down the fort."
Alan nods, and she goes after Silas's dad.
Like a second of the silence, Raz is going to say, like, as an ending to all this, "I may have forgotten second level mathematics."
Oh, what's 3 times 3?
God damn it.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Respect the Crits, Endless Equinox. If you like what you heard, please consider supporting us by leaving us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or whatever platform you use. It's easy, free, and helps others learn about the show. Follow us for info, updates, and extra clips on our socials. We're on pretty much everything at Respect the Crit, or come be a part of our amazing community in our Discord. Mabel McIntyre is played by Jamie Lee Bonez, who you can find at Jamie MF Bones. Alain Levesque is played by Xavier Trudeau Duchesne, who you can find at Xavier TD on Blue Sky. Melody Thompson is played by Karen Huseman, who you can find at Not So Shy Ronnie. Raz McClay is played by Zach Clark. Yasher Angle is played by me, your host, Ian Duncan, and you can find me at iDunks. Our keeper of arcane lore is Susan Spinator, who you can find at Suze Laluz. The music in this episode is provided with license or permission by a variety of talented artists, whose info and credits can be found in the episode notes. Please support them by visiting their platforms to hear more of their work. The Call of Cthulhu 7th edition role-playing game is published by Chaosium Inc. And remember, whatever the system, miss or a hit, you always gotta respect the crit. Thank you very much, and Cthulhu Fatagan.
So last time we recorded on Groundhog's Day, which is very important for this campaign. But then today we're recording on a day where 6 of the planets are aligned.
7.
Oh,
7
yeah.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So we only record on astrological events.
I know. That's so
Let's
cool.
not go
It
watch
was a
the
new
stars,
moon
though.
yesterday,
Just say it like
Fire the beam.
You can still see it. By the time we end, you should be able to still see it. If you look out towards the western horizon, you should be able to see
That's cool.
Venus, Saturn, Mercury, and Jupiter. And yeah.
Mars.
And Mars, thank you. And Mars. You should be able to see
That's
5
very
of them.
cool.
Thank you.
This is when Thanos is supposed to come.
Yes.
I welcome it at this point.
Ease up
I
on
know.
traffic, I'll tell you that
And
much.
in this economy, snap me, baby. Just snap me.
Hey there, I'm Hugh from Moderation. If you like today's episode, why not check out the next session? Your D&D Agony Aunt's there to answer all of your questions. Join Adam and Alyssa as they answer questions sent in by listeners like you about how to solve the problems that come with running and playing in all sorts of different tabletop scenarios. Available wherever you get your podcast.